What is up, YouTube? Ncaa 31 here. How's it going? Haven't done this in a while. Haven't done any commentary for a long time. Well, not a long time, maybe like a week and a half. But anyway, this particular game I'm playing isn't anything special. It's pretty short actually, so I figure why not ramble for a couple of minutes. I'm sure you've noticed I've been losing a lot of league games lately, and it's starting to aggravate me. I'm just finding all kinds of ways to just blow games, and I think I figured out the reason why. I'm gonna go and blame YouTube. You know, YouTube is fun. YouTube, I love it. I love, you know, making these videos and, you know, talking to you guys and whatnot and sharing gameplay, but, you know, it's made me soft. Remember Rocky 3? The beginning of Rocky 3, where, you know, Rocky has won the championship and he's living the high life. You know, he's living in a mansion, he's driving sports cars, he's, you know, fighting softies, he's training in, you know, circus tents, all kinds of stuff. And then you have Clubber Lang. You know, Clubber Lang, you know, lives in the streets. He trains in this, you know, unlit dungeon. He's a nasty dude, and he's trying to get to the top. He's scrapping to get by, and he wants his shot at the glory. So I've been taking it on the chin like Rocky, and it's time to go back. It is time to go back to basics, hit the practice field, and play more quick rank games. You know, quick rank games, they're useful for one thing, and really one thing only, and that's live practice and keeping your, you know, stick skills sharp. Because you're going to have to manually, you know, deal with some kind of exploit, either on offense or on defense, and it helps keep you, you know, focused and gets you better at adapting and learning how to shut down things. So I'm going to be going back to more quick ranked footage, as well as, you know, footage by online leagues, and get my groove back, because, you know, I don't take winning or losing online very seriously. I'm not one of these guys who are like, oh, I'm top 100 in the world, man. Like, you know, it's a title that means something, but, you know, winning is more fun than losing. I want to get back on top of my leagues again, you know, or near the top of my leagues. I'm not the best player in our leagues, but I'm, you know, I'm in the top half consistently. So that's pretty much that. And, you know, as far as this game goes, ever have those games where you know you're just going to beat the guy within the first, you know, 2 or 3 plays of the game? That's pretty much what this, you know, game is. And I'm running the Middle Tennessee State playbook. I've been doing a video series on that, and people have asked me, you know, what kind of strategy that I use when I'm running that playbook. Since there's a lot of stuff in it, you know, they ask me if I have any kind of, you know, script, play call sheet, and my answer to that is I just basically go based on the rhythm of the game. You know, I might start out the game in 5 wide for my first drive. I might start out in Y normal, Y flex, Y trips, and establish a rhythm air raid based attack for the first series or 2. I might come out and run a spread option type of attack. You know, it just all depends on what I see my opponent reacting to and the flow of the game. And I go from there, you know. You have to be adaptable. You can't just, you know, have one mindset and then not deviate that based on situation and based on, you know, personnel or what have you. So I try to be as complete and as unpredictable as I can, as far as where I throw the ball, how I throw it, my play sequences, running and passing, and on defense also. I just try to, you know, do a lot of variable things. Like on this particular set of downs, I'm coming out and running a little bit of spread option. I have Notre Dame's backup quarterback in there. He's really fast. He's up in 88 speed, Andrew Hendricks. And I had him in for a series. I usually play him for 1 series per half, take advantage of his, you know, dual threat talents. And here I'm running, you know, zone reads and read option plays with him. He also has good enough throwing ratings where he can run play action and throw the ball. I believe his throwing ratings are 88 for both arm strength and accuracy. So he's a good change-up to put in the game for when I want to run, you know, read option, spread option type of plays. So that's pretty much that. Like right here's a perfect example. I see him strafing out wide at the defensive end, read the rush, and look at that beautiful alley. That's the perfect zone read play. And that's how I roll with this playbook. And I will be showing more footage like this as we go on. You know, getting back to the basics and getting my groove back so I can, you know, get back on top of contending in my leagues again. Alright guys, take care.
They'll
Bye.
line up with 5 wide receivers. He's looking deep down the left side. There was a defender right in his face that time.
Yeah, but great concentration by the receiver to come away with this ball. Nice job.
He's tackled around the 49-yard line.
Nice job of troops to the line.
The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the formation. And he's brought down at the 10.
Hit a little bit too much air.
Short over the middle. And a nice catch by the receiver for the touchdown.
Anytime you're near the red zone, you...
Penalty flag thrown on the play. Yeah.